That's unusual that's now thoroughly broken. Anyway, welcome back to Midwest Linux Gaming. I'm your host as usual, Stompin' Llama. Tuesday's a bit unusual, I'll admit. I discovered unexpectedly, that the voice had not fully recovered Saturday. Which is why you may hear me struggling a little bit. But that's fine. I'm not sure if it's because we are now back into the throes of winter or what. One never truly knows. But anyway, we have games to test. I'm going to start with, as expected, as listed here, the Megaman X Legacy Collections. Let's see if it'll even boot. I'm not sure why it started windowed like that, but
Megaman X Legacy Collection.
That is not launching properly in windowed mode. That is extremely weird. Borderless window normally works. There we go.
Megaman X.
That's what we're looking for. Type 1 probably is for the best. Ah, this one has the various differences. Here we go. I'm just going to check the keybinds real quick, because the early Mega Man X's did let you adjust your keybinds. Okay, that is correct. Dash on B. Dash on B. No. No. Oh, you literally don't let me use my triggers. There we go. Very particular with my Mega Man X setups. I don't know why. And of course, the opening to X is very iconic. There have been not entire video essays, but essays that people have gone over its particularities and why it is such a good opening stage. Which it is. Very few of the even other Mega Man X's have obtained its level of notoriety. Although I will say the X's, specifically the Zeros, excuse me, the 0-1 was a pretty good opening stage. Though even the Zero intro isn't nearly as tutorializing for all the things you can do. Though it has been also years since I played that one. Which will make its way onto the list. Actually, probably sooner rather than later, I would say. I'm going to try and limit these to as little as possible for potential streams. Ooh, not sure what happened there. That felt like the game ate an input. Knew you were coming. Now you can ride those when you take out the main driver. Actually, pretty interesting. And the first of the undefeatable bosses. Oh, not undefeatable yet. They haven't launched Vile yet. There's Vile. And I'm actually glad when they did the remakes. They actually gave Vile some very interesting. Oh, nice. It'll be a little bit, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. Also, introduction of the best character in the Mega Man X series, Zero. Oh yeah, I've actually lost to him on purpose. You do have to get hit by that shot he launches. Otherwise, he will kill you. But you can also beat him. Although it makes no difference. You just get a slightly altered cutscene. Zero still comes and saves your sorry butt. Also, oh, I believe that 100%. It does the entire pardon me. The story of the X series does revolve more around Zero than it does X itself. While X is a consistent character and namely a protagonist, the story more revolves around Zero. I should have hit the save button. There was a save button there. That's true. And early on, especially in X1, you'll note the lack of a Z-Saber for Zero. I don't think it wasn't until at least 3 when they introduced the Z-Saber. I can't remember if they introduced it in X2. So, Zero is just functionally like any other Mega Man's. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, I remember him. One thing I will say about the remakes of the X, I can't remember what it was called. Was it called Maverick Hunters? I believe it was Maverick Hunters. I believe that's where they didn't introduce the story bits, but that's where they began to explain it more to everybody who wasn't paying attention. Okay, so it is Zero, it is X3 then. I thought it was X3, because you get the option to play as him for several spots. But nominally, supposedly that's been with him this whole time, but unknown. Anyway, there's an entire story involving both Sigma, who's there on the right, X, and Zero, and the Maverick Hunters. It's an entire debacle, and it all involves, well, Wily. I'm not joking, it involves Wily. Yeah, because isn't one of the major plot points of X2... Oh, probably not. I've gotten it before. It is an interesting little ability. But it's a possibility. It won't be definitely on today's stream, that is for certain. That'd be something we worry about when we actually play the series. Oh, really? That's unusual and kind of weird. That's definitely kind of weird. But I suppose that is kind of to be expected a little bit. Now, the only reason you really want to go with Kill Penguin is because of that dash. That dash button. Which, if you watch the actual intro, you'll see that was an optional upgrade on X, which is weird that it was designed but not installed. But I'm assuming it wasn't installed because it was developed technically after the fact. Like after X was put into stasis. You know, a roboticist will keep developing upgrades and things well after his life's work is completed. I don't know how you've seen how the original Reploids have those giant boots of feet. And this is why everyone starts with Chill Penguin. Or should start with Chill Penguin. That and Chill Penguin's a relatively easy boss. Oh, that's much better. And yes, I am not immune to the absolute running into everything in front of me. It is meant to be unmissable, yeah. In fact, there's many capsules that, many capsules and locations that, in the stages that require it. That's true. The dash is extremely useful. Yeah, the dash and hover abilities. This is also the Mega Man that introduced right armors. Golly gee willikers, I knew my voice hadn't fully recovered. I didn't think it'd be that bad today. Good lord. Uncharged shots, huh? Well, the problem with that is, as useful as that would be, it is still only two pips of damage. Well, that was embarrassing. That sounds like that is a very particular type of tech. Penguin. I never claimed to be the best at Mega Mans. I never claimed to be the best of Mega Man. That much is certain. I just looked really good when I was playing Megaman 5 because of the rewinds. Let's see, and that's Shotgun Ice. I believe Launch Octopus. Oh, really? That had to be awkward. Or is it? No, it's Chameleon. I believe it's Stink Chameleon. Yeah, because Octopus is Boomer Kawanger. I mean, to some extent, yes. But also, weirdly enough, once we get to the, in the timeline of actual robots that are capable of making Mandrill. Is it Spark Mandrill? Okay. It has been a while since I played X1, so I do forget. Now it's good to see they did copy the lag. Yeah, that I do remember. This was kind of where they introduced that kind of stagger system. But not all the bosses have a stagger quite as bad as Kawanger. Launch Octopus loses an entire set of abilities. Oh, right, this mini-boss. Okay, I don't remember him lagging that badly. I dashed right into that. He's not bad. Storm Eagle is definitely very easily doable. Just getting some very weird lag spikes in there, because I don't remember that boss lagging like that on the Super Nintendo. Right. Right, there's the E-Tank over there, and I think you need Kawanger to get that. I did not expect him to respawn. I've never played X7 in particular, but I am familiar enough with the bosses. Tornado Onion. Ouch. Yeah, Tornado Tunyon. Yeah, it might as well be Tornado Onion. I mean, yeah, he's Tornado Tunyon. He's worthy of being laughed at. There we go. That's true. Clown Man was always an odd one. Forgot those things have a much larger explosion radius than you think they do. Okay. We had that. Very briefly. There we go. That's one of the reasons to go to Spark Mandrill first, is you can make that very difficult triangle jump. I'm pretty sure it's impossible. It's just barely possible with the dash boots. Ow. Bloody world. Well, they knew I was going to do that. Well, on to Spark Mandrill, I suppose. I did that one entirely incorrectly. Yeah, I imagine that would be quite a useful thing to do. I have cycled him before, but I'm not seeing the flashing like you did on the Super Nintendo. And that was normally the symbol, the timing. There we go. See, in the Super Nintendo, he would actually physically flash, and that was your sign to make the next shot. It was actually much easier to time in the Super Nintendo. Anyway, I think we've seen enough X1 for me to say that it indeed just works. And it seems to work, well as I'd expect it to. Armadillo? Yeah. I don't want to go too deep into this because I might want to stream this at a later date. And we don't want to end up in an X5 a Mega Man 5 situation where it's like, all I have is the Wily stages left. That's going to take me an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. No, it's not a full playthrough. Well, not yet. Not full playthrough yet. Much like the Mega Man Legacy Collection, it's not going to be a full playthrough. Not yet. Because honestly, out of all of these 4 games, I've played X, X2, and X3. A lot. A decent amount. I didn't say in this game. I was talking about in general. Like I was talking Mega Man 5 in particular. But I've not played a lot of the PlayStation era X games. 4 through 9? I think 9? I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get to the next one. So, Legacy Collection 1 seems to be functioning properly, which is good. Let's see about Collection 2. Well, here's the thing.
Megaman X. Legacy Collection.
Turn that to full. There we go. This one actually resized itself properly. Turn off the VSync. Yes, we will be doing X5. At least. Well, that's because X5 is... Okay, there's no nice way to put this. X5 was supposed to be the end of the X series. If you go by what happens in the end of X5... I mean, yeah, I do expect that. I'm aware of what it contains. I may have not played it, but I'm not unfamiliar with what goes on in the X series. X5 was supposed to be the end of Mega Man X. Full stop. And story-wise, Zero picks up really nicely from the end of X5. Because that's what it was designed to do. However, Capcom wanted more Mega Man X games. Hence why 6, 7, and 8 happened, of varying levels of quality. There's no nice way to put it. After X5, the storyline goes weirdly. Especially when you try and tie it into what happens at the end of Zero. At the beginning of Zero. Like I said, if you consider X5 the ending of X5 and when Zero picks up, they fit perfectly. Yes. And that... Well, and I don't want to say too many spoilers for the Zero series because I do plan on playing that at some point. But that is basically what happened between 5 and 0. If you count, if the original cutoff was supposed to happen. That's basically what happened between 5 and 0. However, now they have all this other stuff in between them, 6, 7, and 8. That's like you kind of have to get Zero back to that point. And it's not the easiest, nor, I think, most gentle solution they ever came up with. Cygnus, yeah. He's one of those they introduced. Granted, I mean, how many people share similar names in real life? That would happen, especially since we're talking some X spoilers. Especially since we're talking about living robots that can grow, adapt, learn like humans can. That would happen as well. Also, they're basically functionally immortal, but that's more of a Zero and ZX spoiler than anything else. Anyway, we'll start with X5. But like I said, I'm not the most familiar with. Yes, this is when they made it officially more where Zero's origins came from, if I'm remembering correctly. Duff McWhalen. Yeah, they always had some very interesting names for the X-bosses. Game speed normal, button configurations. Metal Shark player. That is definitely an odd one. Is he in 6? God, they definitely went some places with after 5. Right. This is when they made you do this silly choose your player thing. I hate this decision because I do want to play as Zero, but I know if you leave Zero... are the upgrades exclusive? Is this one of those that has the upgrades be exclusive to the character that collects them? I don't remember. We'll play as X. It is, after all, in his name. And then you get shoved into X's body, don't you? Yeah. I thought that was the case. Yeah, that's definitely a problem. And the PlayStation series was when they introduced the armors to Zero. To X here. Although I don't think that's going to be really a thing we have to worry about. She does interrupt a lot. One of the nice things it has introduced is the Legacy Collection, at least introduced, if not the original, was the auto charge. I do enjoy auto-charging. I do enjoy the auto-charge feature. I wish that was more of a common feature in Megaman, in most Mega Man games. Most Mega Man likes as well. I'm not sure why they introduced her as part of the tutorial. Ow. Not sure what you were supposed to do about that. Right, to the statue boss. Yeah, the virus. Well, I just got myself murdered. Yeah, she is overly verbose for what you would actually need. Also, at this point, they've essentially they've formalized that Sigma is not just an entity with a physical body, but he's also a virus. And also continues the series tradition, the X series tradition, of Zero getting his absolute butt handed to him thoroughly. Despite being supposedly the best hunter on the face of the planets, X somehow has to always mop up after him. Not really. Remember, I grew up during this era of gaming. Take one guess where Sigma is actually at. If you guessed inside the statue, how he got that built, unknown. This is also when they introduced difficulty levels, I believe, hence the levels. Yeah, if you do too good, the enemies just get stronger. I was not expecting you to do that, Sigma. There we go. And the level is based on the amount of damage you take, the number of lives lost, etc., etc., etc. That particular Sigma boss is not particularly great. And you can really see that they were trying to end the series with 5. And again, it really does tie into 0 extremely well. It's just a shame there are other games on top of it. Eh, not particularly. No, she's definitely no Teresa. Crescent Grizzly. Tidal Whale. That's not Duff McWhalen. It's Tidal Whale. Volt Kraken. True. Right, this is also when they introduced the parts system. Yeah, they were. So they did in fact get renamed at some point. That's disappointing. Matrix or matrices. See, in the fourth armor, I believe, is the fully upgraded armor from X4. And it has its uses, the armor does. Though annoyingly, it has that hovering shot rather than the piercing shot. And honestly, I'm more of a fan of the piercing shot of most X armor. But also when they introduced the weapon systems and all that good happy stuff. Matrix? Oh yeah, that would be, the T-Rex. Do you have a suggestion as to which one to fight? Because, honestly, I'm less... like I said, I've never played X5, so I don't know the particular... yeah. The particular order. Yeah, the limited time aspect, that would be a problem. Grizzly Bear? Like I said, I much prefer the piercing shot of normal X as opposed to the fourth armor's hanging shot. Why a train? That is the good question. That's a good question. Why a train? Huh. I don't like that. Are you just supposed to tank damage? Okay. Alright, there's the duck shot. I did just figure that out, yes. Yes, I did just figure that out. I am dead. Next time I take a damage. Oh God. Nothing has dropped health. Nothing has decided to drop any health. Oh, of course, they're not gonna let me go back up. Pardon? I thought that was supposed to be an automatic thing. Is using the red tape, or rope, or whatever they call it, not an automatic thing? Oh. Well, so much for wanting me to explore. Thank you, game. I mean, given how X tends to act in a lot of games... Okay, you do have to hold up. That is... I don't like that. Yeah, I figured that out. Oh, probably not. Honestly, I don't know. Like... We're at the boss already? Oh. That's title. That's Duff McWhalen. I figured he was gonna do something silly like that. Oh, of course you do. I was wondering when we were going to get your gimmick. Crescent Grizzly. Oh God. Big one. Oh. 4 times the HP? Yeah, that sounds about right for the level system. Again, I won't fault them for trying something new, but it is most definitely not the greatest of things. And you are also graded. This is when they started grading you on your beating of enemies. And we obtained the crystal ball. Ah, Dynamo. At least he was very forthcoming about his decision to attack us. Title, it's Duff McWhalen, isn't it? Or as I call him, Title Whale. He's definitely not the most interesting character in the series. I cannot help you, good Reploid. I can't see myself. Thank you, game. Ow! Worst part is, it doesn't keep the damage you dealt to it. God, those things do not... Oh, yeah. I can see this. I can see this causing all sorts of havoc and discontent. Moreover, I'm taking far too much damage. There we go. We were able to destroy half of that. Also, the little guys do seem to not drop like actual energy, just weapon energy. Oh, there we go. There we go. Those little guys, they deal, like, way too much damage. They deal a ton of damage. Right. Yeah. Also, if the bloody the bloody missile launchers didn't immediately respawn, that would also help. Well, I will say they at least seem to have realized that it was a bit of a problem. In that they immediately give you, like... Oh, are you kidding me? What are you supposed to do there? You'll have to forgive me, but, what the fuck? So unlike the previous one where there was something you could damage to stop them from respawning, with this one there isn't. And so what? You're just supposed to tank the damage. Oh. That doesn't help. They take a charge shot plus 1, a full charge shot plus 1 in order to destroy. And then immediately you've got to start and you must immediately start firing on it again. Because they respawn far too quickly. I'm sorry, this is not a good design. I have no clue why anyone would even consider this to be close to, like, quality design. This is not good design. Not even close. Like, you don't even have time to do anything. Like, how? Right, that is a thing. Right, the 4th armor. Oh, I did it again. No, it's not you. It's that I forget that the X series even from 5 onwards is absolute not very good. Yeah, and I appreciate that. Wait, why are we at 14 hours to collision? We should be okay. That's normal. Yeah, you're not wrong. We'll see if we can't even get through him. Again, these are critiques to the game design that have been set in stone for ages. Like, it's not like they're gonna go through and change the game. This game is old. Its game design is its game design. Yeah, that makes things significantly easier. Yeah, that just ate through that entire set of armor that took forever to do with uncharged attacks. Yeah, Volt Catfish would be a bit of a mean one. Ow. Yeah. Not only do you get the plasma shot, you're definitely taking a lot less damage in the 4th armor. Why'd they even leave that as an option? No, I did not realize this was Bubble Crab, but I'm not entirely surprised that they had to change it. Video games are a mess, often, of copyright. There we go. That's much better. I don't know why some people would find that to be a problem, but I'm gonna assume the capsule is up through these spikes. No, it is not. No, that's absolutely annoying. Yeah, you were absolutely right. I suppose what it was is I'm not a fan of when they make purposeful modifications like that to, one's default weapon. And the plasma shot did always strike me as a bit of an unusual thing to do. Of course. That does sound like something they would do. Hmm. I have questions, and they pertain to what in the world do you do to cause that thing to get vulnerable? Is it that good? Should I be using that weapon? I mean, it's not like I only play those types of games. Oh no! Yeah, I see. It does, in fact, just die. You're not wrong. in many aspects. X5 was I'd say the real decline, most people would say, actually started with X6. But 5 had questionable, sometimes, designs in it. As for whether or not you buy expensive hardware just to play pixel games, no, I don't. I buy the hardware because I play a variety of games. Dang it! He had 1 HP left. Oh, I forgot about the weapon, to be honest. I forgot about Grizzly's weapon. I forgot about Grizzly's weapon. I seriously almost Buster Dueled him. Right. They've got a special button for it. It did kind of trivialize that entire fight. I'm not gonna lie. That did trivialize that entire fight. Yeah, I do. I think we're gonna have to call it here. It is time to move on to the next game. Well, to try the next game, which should theoretically just work. But there's no guarantees that they are just going to work. The Squid Man would have been next. Yes, and as far as I can tell, much like the other ones, even though it's technically unsupported, it just worked. Oh, right, that's because I don't have Arzette on the list. Right. Because it's a new one I purchased. It can be very helpful in many cases, depending on what you're going for. The Jewel of Faramore. Which this is one I stumbled across while I was watching YouTube, specifically a retrospective on the CDI Zelda games. They mentioned this one, and I'm like, oh, you know what? That sounds like something I should look at. Not that I'm particularly a fan of the CDI Zeldas, but they are what they are. So whether or not you've even heard of this one, the answer is probably not. I'd not heard about this until, like, at most 2 weeks ago. At least inspired in art style.
The kingdom of Faramore knew peace for an age. A beautiful, bountiful
Hopefully it
land.
plays better.
It has been ruled by the royal Rockland family for generations. Such tranquility could not last. Opposed to this peace was the evil demon lord Dimer, who amassed an army of evil in an effort to conquer the land and plunge it into eternal darkness. Driven by greed and power, several defected to Dimer's cause, like Duke Nodelki, lord of the island nation of Amalog. Long battles ensued, with hope fading from the hearts of the people. In a desperate measure, the king and his royal advisor, Wagram, directed an assault upon Dimer's...
Gotta love that generic army of evil.
The Princess Arzette and an unlikely hero, Dale, confronted the Demon King. As Dale distracted Dimer, Arzette, well-versed in both sword fighting and magic, imprisoned the Demon King in the Book of Ocaran, a magical prison controlled by the Jewel of Faramore. Upon Dimer's capture, his dark army was vanquished, ensuring victory for the forces of good. Upon each use, the Jewel of Faramore shatters. Following Dimer's defeat, the king ordered each of the 5 jewel shards to be guarded at separate locations in perpetuity. After the war's end, the traitorous Duke Nodelki was sentenced to a lifetime of hard labor.
Would have been
Dale
easier to
retired
just
with
execute
pride
him.
on the spoils of his adventure. Princess Arzette continued to train, swearing to uphold what they fought for. To that end, peace persisted in the kingdom of Faramore for a little over a decade.
Hmm.
10 years of scrubbing floors! Finding these jewel shards was no easy task, but now...
Long last, I have returned. Nodelki, free me. I offer you power.
Yes, Master. Thank you.
Exchange for thy soul.
Of course, Master.
Very good. Henceforth, you'll have the power to crush your foes in my name. Now, on to other matters. Master! My trusted
Well,
servant,
it definitely
I am
contains
pleased you
the
not
essence.
forgotten me. Take each of these shards never be imprisoned again. My revenge will be unforgiving. The punishment will be eternal. This kingdom will be mine.
Yeah, there's definitely an influence there.
Your Majesty, our worst fears have come true. Dimer and his minions have returned.
That's impossible. What about the Jewel of Faramore?
Oh, our vigilance waned. The jewel shards are with the enemy.
Ah, easy peasy. We just gotta get the jewel back together and trap him in that old book, right?
Ugh, if only. A dark fog has enveloped the land. It prevents our approach. Your eyes cannot see daylight out there.
What about the sacred beacons? They weakened Dimer before.
I'm afraid that due to complacency, they've been left unlit.
Oh well, what can we do?
Well, as you know, only a member of the royal family can rekindle the beacons.
10 years seems utterly
Well, I'm not.
a little short to be completely lax in your upkeep on your ancient demon sealing magics.
Critical paths.
Oh, not a problem. My ancestors hid sacred candles throughout the kingdom that can burn these tapestries.
That settles it then. Another fun adventure for me to stay out of.
Where must I go?
I've placed teleportation scrolls throughout the kingdom that you may use, so long as the dark fog around them has been dispelled.
I'll be leaving then.
Good luck!
Get back before dinner!
Be safe, my daughter.
Want to defeat Dimer? Let's get started. Move left or right to start running. Press jump to leap. Jumping into action.
Yep, that is to be expected.
Press attack to slash your sword. Hey, you have a smart sword. It interacts with both objects and people. It hurts only those that aren't friendly. Get some bombs by slashing that bag. Press item to use items. Try bombing some column.
It definitely contains the essence. There's no way around that. It definitely does contain the essence.
Moving up allows you to enter doors and climb ladders. Go in that door. You can crouch by moving down. Moving while crouching lets you duck walk. This old trick gets you into tight spaces. Your magic pouch holds your items. You can select items here, view your quest status, and set options. So much space, huh?
Sure, buddy, sure.
Some paths are closed to you until you have the right tools. Keep that in mind while you explore. Remember to light sacred beacons. They'll open new areas, so be sure to find them.
It definitely plays pretty alrightly for a platformer.
Teleportation scrolls allow you to exit to the world map quickly. Go ahead, take off. Well, what are you waiting for? Defeat Dimer and have some fun.
Oh, that was a tutorial, alright. PC options, VSync off. Not that I think that's gonna matter at all, because I think it's still gonna be stuck to 60. That looked like maybe a direction we could go. They did say something about no life drops on normal mode. That is concerning. It looks like, however, you do get to keep your monies. Yep, there's the store.
If you ever need something special done with that little sword of yours, just drop by and I'll give it a shellacking. If you ever need something special done with that little sword of yours, just drop by and I'll give it a shellacking.
Isn't the world just so bleak?
I wouldn't say that.
It is! Oh, I resolve to see all colors, not just what these puny eyes can show me.
Well,
I will alchemize these shrimp goggles. You'll see. Or, rather, I'll see.
well, he's a bit of an eccentric. Bombs are 40. I'm not terribly concerned about bombs.
I say, what a lovely day in the kingdom.
Yeah, fighting Dimer is great. Haven't you noticed his return?
No, that dreadful villain. Heavens to Betsy, I just want to get back to the ballroom.
I declare this the safest place in the land. Rabble-rousers and mischief-makers have no quarter with me.
The Crown is ever grateful for your service. Anything to report?
Rumors speak of strange scrolls that allow you to teleport to special areas.
Special areas?
Places that test your mettle and reward you with riches. Oh, if I could teleport, I'd find these scrolls and... Halt, ne'er-do-weller!
Well, if that's the local guard, then... that's unfortunate for them. Actually, that's unfortunate for everyone involved. What was that other key? Ah, there it is. On that well. Not that I know... oh, right, that will let me take the other locked door. Not that I know where these locked doors are taking me, mind you. They just seem like they'd be interesting places to go. Oh. That's all. I'm actually not sure you're supposed to avoid that. Ah, free bombs. Ah. I have a feeling that tree is going to murder my sorry butt as soon as I get close. It wasn't just the tree that caused the problem. Do wonder if there's more things down there. Ooh, more items, more monies. At least I'll say this, it's generous in that there's no lives, and you do keep the monies you accumulate, so eventually you will just... yeah, either get extremely lucky, or just out gear. Okay, that guy didn't even do a full heart, thankfully. Oh, bird. Okay. Free key. Ouch. Are you kidding me? That's a one attempt only, apparently.
Oh, great. They finally sent someone to kill me. Alright, make it snappy. I'm sure you got places to go.
Well, we do wield a smart sword.
No. Who would do that?
Oh, my name is Cypress. I want to move into town, but the mayor thinks I'm a monster man.
I don't think that.
Really? You don't think I'm a disgusting, rabid nut? You think you could convince the mayor to let me move in then, and stop thinking I'm the wolf among us? If you do, this old lantern is yours.
That's definitely an upgrade to what the CDI Zeldas had, which was no quests, or if they did, they were not tracked at all. We keep seeing these colored blocks. And they were in town as well. And I'll say this, the hitboxes seem to be fairly accurate. Which is more than what you could say for the CDI Zeldas. Which definitely helps in the overall game design. Granted, the sheer veracity of enemies does not help matters. Neither does their ferocity. What do we have over here? Oh, more bombs. Haha! We have a ranged attack. Bombs actually have uses. Other than as explosives. That'll actually be helpful for eliminating trees. Mostly trees. It's proven there. Ah, that must be one of the beacons.
Golly! Arzette!
Ho ho! You've already lit a beacon!
I doubt the rest will be that easy. Any new info?
Indeed. My scouts have reported blockades enchanted with color magic.
How am I supposed to get through them?
You'll need a tool that can fire magic of the same color.
Great. Something else I have to find.
Careful, Arzy. Don't get red in the face.
Please smack him. He does deserve it.
Tell me there's only one color to deal with.
No, we've seen red and
To
blue.
my knowledge, there are 3 types of color magic.
Don't look so blue, princess.
That is murder in her eyes. Holy crap. That is some straight up murder in her eyes. Holy cow. Oh.
You struck luck, my friend. These wares aren't elsewhere. My goods will improve your fortunes, so long as you improve mine.
Well, we do know at least of red and blues because they're right here in town.
Oh, Your Grace. At ease, Univore. Did I surprise you?
The good kind of surprise. Not like running out of supplies. You don't want to be caught without a bomb in a hard place.
I'll remember that. Keep up the good work.
Yes, princess. Surely. No!
At least that one's enthusiastic.
Hey, want one on the house, princess?
No, thank you. Say, that's a smith's anvil behind you, isn't it?
Ah, yes. I was a great blacksmith in a past life. I dreamed of forging the ultimate weapon. But alas, those days are gone.
Please, go on.
Well, this dream weapon needs refined chains and sacred oil. Problem is, they're impossible to get. The oil's kept by some unbeatable wizard in a dungeon, and I have no idea about the chains. I'd go investigate it myself, but you know, I am but a mere small, timid man. A great big, muscular warrior is what we need.
Well, I'll get the oil and find the chains for you.
You know, I couldn't ask.
Yes, but you're not asking. I will do this. Anything else?
Oh, here's the key to the dungeon with the oil. Good luck with that. My only tip.
Of course he knows.
Folks in need. That'll probably steer you on the right path.
Sure.
You got an eye for beauty, don't you?
I suppose.
I lost my husband in the war.
The
He
war.
was turned into a creature, got bombed. Boom! Shook the whole room, I tell you. He never gave me the jewelry I wanted. Bring me something starry, will ya? In return, I have something to quench your thirst.
Okay, then.
Hey, look, everyone! It's the princess!
I'm pretty sure they can see me.
Yeah, but you always gotta be mindful of what's around you. If you see anything nasty coming your way, you gotta knock it away with your weapon.
Well. I'll say this, they're definitely trying and definitely hitting all the points. Ratman.
Howdy there, stranger. I take it you're on a quest.
Right. Apologies for the hole.
Oh, no worries about that. I could use a little sunshine in here anyway. If you dig further down, maybe I can finally get some plumbing in here too. You know, an adventurer has got to explore all curiosities.
Curiosities?
Yeah, cracked walls, Strange spaces. Investigate them. Of course, you don't seem to be afraid of throwing those bombs. I once even heard of a hero finding a cooked turkey leg in a wall. Oh, seasoned to perfection, the legend says. Yeah, you might even find a few coins hidden away by portly old fools. Keep your eyes peeled, you hear?
Thanks. I'll do my best.
That's the spirit.
Well, with no specifics, I would disagree with you. We would disagree there. Yes, because free and open source software is the point of Linux.
Sir, please grant Cypress Town citizenship.
That beastly brute! That snivelly hound! Here in my Polka Demon? Never!
You know, my smart sword doesn't hurt friendly folks. You're not being very friendly.
It is exactly NVIDIA's fault. AMD doesn't have that issue. It is entirely NVIDIA's fault. No, it doesn't. No, coercion, that's not coercion. AMD has no problem providing the exact same thing that NVIDIA refuses to do. That's not coercion. If they don't want to, they don't have to. Coercion would be other things. If they don't want their drivers there, they don't have to have them there. No one is quite literally trying to coerce anything out of... Yeah. And that's all NVIDIA has to do. And that is their right. If NVIDIA doesn't want their hardware supported, that's fine. They'll create unofficial drivers like they have in the past. You're mistaking taking a stand. You're mistaking coercion. You're using coercion in the wrong way. Coercion is forcing someone to do something against their will. No Linux maintainer is able to enforce one of the largest companies on the planet to open source their drivers. Then they will not be part of Linux-based drivers. That is how it goes. It is taking a stance on what open source software is. That's all that is. Coercion requires forcing someone or something. No one is forcing NVIDIA to do anything that they do not want to do. If they do not wish to be a part of it, then fine, their stuff will not be in there. Here's the thing. You can use the proprietary NVIDIA drivers. No one is stopping you from using their proprietary drivers. I'm not having this conversation. I'm here to play games, not discuss the ethics of open source software.
Thanks. Oh, right. Have a lantern. See you around, kiddo.
Because I've used the proprietary operating system of Windows for long enough to see it go places I did not want it to go. In the end, I have no other alternative other than Linux or another closed operating system, which frankly, Mac has never interested me. Moreover, as I mentioned, no one is forcing NVIDIA to not release their proprietary drivers. You can use their proprietary drivers when they release them on Linux. It's just not openly it is just not supported by the default maintainers because of the licensing agreements. Every software has a licensing agreement. Closed software has a licensing agreement just like open software does. I just prefer open operating systems versus closed operating systems. Anyway, where were we at? Right, we were moving on to the caves, or were we not?
A cave system's nearby. Throw a bomb and you'll be spelunking in no time.
I'll take a look.
Not so fast. If you run out of light, you might not make it back. Take this. If you use rope in dark places, you'll escape back to safety.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a good thing we got that lantern then. Can't go that way. Oh, of course, that had to be a death hole. That was also a death hole. Of course it would be. Oh, we're almost out of lantern oil. Well, that was actually rather annoying. Not nearly as annoying as we're gonna get right now. Well, we ran out of lantern oil, which is unfortunate. And we were in need of fresh bombs anyway. There we go. Now that we know which way to go, this goes much smoother. Ooh, unknown item down here. Ooh, projectile protection. That's actually useful. I should have expected that. Hey, we can finally afford whatever that other item was. Ah, of course. Magic required a head. Don't know what that snake does, but whatever it was, can't be good. Oh god! I was very correct there. Find the exit. Lantern.
Got rubies.
That used up an entire charge of the lantern. That's a little disappointing that can't carry over like that. Whatever that red barrier is protecting, it is protecting something. Oh, it does carry over. Good. Unfortunately, I'm gonna need more of it. Of course, that has to be locked, which means, of course, nothing we can do here. Oh god. They are immune to me. I'm gonna assume it's needing color magic. Oh god, he is fast. And that one's locked behind a thing. I'm just not paying attention right now. Sorry. It's entirely on me. Not paying attention like I should. Especially not to these little guys. Like, they should not be killing me like that. Oh, there we go. Explode! I'm not sure what I was supposed to could have done there. Come on, bird. There we go. Checkpoint. Goodies. Yeah. Oh god, that's where they spawn from. Well, that's good to know. At least everything seems to die in mostly one hit. Mostly one hit. That requires the candle to be lit. Kaboom! Hehe. Zipline time. think there was more rope. And those cacti are probably the spikes of this canyon. Oh! Surprised that didn't get me. An observatory. Also locked. Oh, there's our key. What kind of zany person shall we stumble across?
What are you working on?
Oh, it's just a little bow weapon that can shoot magic.
Oh, cool. That would be handy.
I need fairy dust to get it working, but I can't find any fairies anymore. Oh, quel dommage. What about you, child?
Nope, but I'll keep a lookout for them.
Ah, fantastic. I hear fairies hide in the desert. If you bring some of their dust, I get this arm working in très rapidement.
Well, I think we can successfully say that Arzette works. And it seems to work well, which is, again, surprising, but not the most surprising thing in the world. It is a relatively new game. And so that's always good to see. And I keep forgetting about being able to block projectiles. So, I think we can successfully say that that one works. And our last game for the day. Our last game. It's Cultist Simulator. Which if you've never heard of, well, I won't blame you. I have no clue why it would start to that. Like, why would it start at 600 by 400? That's just ridiculous. Pinsel. He thinks maybe something. There we go. Took me a minute to remember how this works. You play cards. Dreaming is unlocked. We have 2 funds and health. Let us dream with some passion. We are content. Our contentment has burned up. We are now restless. Must study it using either passion or reason. No. Yep. Let's begin, I suppose, with that. And we can study. Ah, I've exhausted my reason. You can study with passion. We've gained many funds. This is basically a single-player card game. Still content. Let's calculate that with reason. Nah, time is passing and that is going to cause me to need funds. An acquaintance is writing a letter. Oh, goodness. Okay, we founded a sect. My reasoning is I don't have. Where's my reason? Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, good lord. Okay, there's an acquaintance. We're now restless. An adversary is meddling. Oh, joy. We now dread. We're rapidly running out of funds. Let's study the occult scrap with... Okay, we don't have enough occult scraps for that. Those work. Oh great, a detective has shown up. We will discuss... We are almost out of funds. This is a problem. Oh no! Yeah, we've acquired notoriety. I don't know how to get more funds. Also, I have no idea realistically what I am doing, but I'm trying a great many things. Promote a believer with the occult scrap, with the trappings of passion. That does not seem to work. Okay. You know, Scholar of Latin, which is handy. Yes. Do I have anything? I've got nothing else that'll assist me there. Oh, crap. We are gonna die. Yep, we have successfully starved to death. And it appears to have crashed immediately upon that. Oof. That's not good. Let's work our menial employment. Ugh. Starting a cult is not easy, it would seem. We are content otherwise. Might as well try and build up some funds. The fact that these two expire at the same time is annoying. And we've gained 2 contentment, but we are now, our passion is now exhausted. Still, 2 contentment's not terrible. And looks like we've been named in someone's will at the hospital we were working at. And now we have reason. And that request, we must study it. We should dream with reason. We have 13 funds. That's not terrible. Passion will soon be a thing. Will soon be active. Speed it up a little bit. You've seen too much. We seem to be doing better. Try and go places and learn things. Hopefully our painting actually came out good. Our passion has been exhausted. Can be used to study to gain passion. Double our glimmerings. Now we have all these timers running. Let us see. Because that's still there. Money is a significant problem, but it would seem talk with our correspondent, or a little hanger-on we acquired, and that occult scrap has given us a forgotten location. Well, should hold on to that, methinks. I don't have any, I don't have any lore. I've gained notoriety. That's a little bit of a problem. Our passion has unlocked. cannot study that. But we can... No. No, none of those. We continue to gain notoriety every time I talk to my coworker, my hanger-on. There's our passion there. Reason has been dimmed. More books. Good, good. More books. A second one of these. Ooh. Ooh, and a glimmering. Excellent. Now we have another passion. Let's begin studying that. Do we have anything that could technically be considered a doctrine? Not that I'm not studying or dreaming or talking about. Our passion has been returned. Our reason is currently dimmed. So let us dream with a vivid imagination. No. No, the game says no. Reason automatically got pulled in. Good. Like the explanation, I've acquired another dread. Locations go up there, debuffs there. This I'd like to use, but it's not letting me. Books go here, notoriety it's not going to stack. That's fine. I'm trying to put it there, thank you. Well, till the time we get a founding principle, this is just gonna, I think, circle. I don't have reason. I just put my reason elsewhere. We're gonna lose our position at the employer. Whoops. And what have we gotten over here? What hunger? What hunger drives us? That is a good question. It would appear nothing. Ooh, we have an erudition. Erudition? No. Well, let us study this poetry then. You've acquired yet another book. Ooh. Let us talk with this person who wants to speak to me. With passion. Throw our reason in there. Not terribly concerned about that at the moment. And we are restless now. Can I continue to dream on the Smith's secret? But we can on that. And reflect with passion. We are content. Funds are looking fine, so I think we can afford another book tour. Tour of the book. Bleak thoughts are happening. That is not good to see. And we acquired a glimmer. Well, we'll study... I mean, we can't study that. Really nothing else we can study. That's the weirdest thing. That requires erudition. Ooh. Then let us talk with... we can talk more about the Smith's secret. I'm hesitant to do that. Where's my reason at? Did my reason get burned up? I think I accidentally used up my reason. I most definitely did. We are definitely going to be losing that job, methinks. Oh good, we've got second vitality. Another temptation of power. Passions need a stack. Oh, what can we dream of? Another book. Should organize what we can. Oh, there's a reason, but it has been dimmed. Can I put it there? Ah, we've acquired our pawn. Perhaps they can explore the mausoleum, or Mithranium. But do they need an assistant? It seems they might need an assistant. We will send them. Ah, temporary headquarters. Good location. We seem to be doing pretty good, all things considered. We're actually doing very well funds-wise, which is surprising. We've drawn the wrong kind of attention. We knew that was going to happen. Some more funds is not something we can say no to. We're going to lose that position at Glover and Glover. Oh, I don't have any passion. All my passion is in use. Ah, crap. Oh, nope, it got pulled. Ah, we do have another glimmering. Ah, the other glimmering, however, has disappeared, hasn't it? Bugger. Well, that doesn't mean we can't study books. Yep, the position at Glover and Glover goes away. That's unfortunate, because that gave us most of our funds. Oh, that detective again. I am unable to assist them there. Ideally, our contentment has been drawn into a despair. Okay, we do have 2 glimmerings. Excellent. Need to have passion, so our passion needs to be available. Okay, well, we'll have to let our passion go. Ooh, a red secret. Get those glimmerings going. 30 seconds on the passion. Ooh, acquaintances and a free passion. And we've acquired another Smith's secret. Let's send our acquaintance there. See how that goes. Not well, I imagine. We do want to keep our reason around. That is a good question. What hunger does drive us? Passion is now back available. We do need to keep that position at work. For all it is worth. Without a lantern or the knock. Cannot be uncovered. We are now restless. Excellent, we could do that combined with our painting. That's a combo. But first, and that should give us something. I don't know what that's going to give us, but that is going to give us something. Oh, we have been notarized. Trappings. Do I have any trappings? I don't think I have any trappings. Let's see if we can't distract that police officer with the talk of the bookshop. That sounds like something we could do. We could dream of health. That seems like that's a bad idea, however. Let's see what we can learn about the red secret. Funds are a little lower than I would like them to be. We have been promoted again. Yeah, the restlessness is going to wear off now. Yeah. That notoriety is going to take a while to burn up. Okay, that'll be fine. I keep doing stupid things like that. That's not good. Oh, great, we have become sick. That is terrible to see. Ooh, that is not good. That does not bode well at all. I might just have to let that lapse. That's a shame, because we're actually doing very well when it comes to funds. Yeah, 'cause the follower's not going to be available until the next go-around. Okay, that's fine. It's only drawn 2 dread in. The 3rd dread would absolutely kill us. I don't know. Oh, now we are afflicted with something. There's definitely something weird going on with things. There's the achievements. Right, there are mods for this, too. Well, I think we've successfully determined that while it functions, it does not function that greatly. Which is unfortunate. Especially for a 2D game that has a lot of replayability. And as such, since it did crash, which is the big one, I have to unfortunately give it a B ranking, because it is not in the greatest of conditions. However, once again, we've gotten through a lot of interesting games, most of which worked, some of which function enough to be concerned, but they have issues. Oddly enough, it was Cultist Simulator and not, not the Megaman X collection, which was unusual. Those are also listed as unsupported by the Steam Deck, even though they worked perfectly fine So I don't know what's up with that. But we'll see everybody tomorrow for Final Fantasy XI on Wednesday. On Wednesday? On Wednesday. Midnight 30. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully my voice has gotten better since then. We don't know. At the beginning of the stream, it was particularly bad, but it got there. It got going. Hopefully it maintains that. Because there's going to be a lot more voice acting in 11, let me tell you that. We'll see you next time.